Welcome aboard Skylark Outdoors here, and today we're going to give you a review of the Everglades 335cc center console, which we've got right here. And if you stick around, we'll give you specs on this boat. So as we tour this boat, you can see we've got a fish box in the rear, and then what I like about this is that it does have that side entry door that you're going to see on a lot of Everglades boats. But what I like back here is these two foldable benches, and then you have two more rear-facing seats, so you have a lot of seating in the back, but when you want to convert this to fishing mode, you just fold these right up and they're going to stow away really nicely. And then you still have that padded rail for fishing in the back. So you can add a lot of people on here when you're not fishing. We've got a couple of cup holders here and then those two rear facing seats. As we move around, we've got some stowage here for a fish hook, a boat hook, as well as then we've got our three seats that you're going to have at the helm. So these are really nice, actually some real wood on these. You don't always see that. And then this helm station has twin throttle controls as well as a joystick. And this boat's outfitted with two Garmin systems. So they've got it set up so one's nav and then the other one is all the engine controls with the Everglades 335cc. So you're going to have all kinds of data in there, and then you're going to be able to control whatever you want from this helm station. It makes it very clean at the helm, fewer switches and more control off of those touch screens. And then you can see these chairs, they've got a high back and you can fold up or down these seats. So if you want to sit in it and or if you want to stand, always a nice feature. And these are just a little bit different than what you're going to see on a typical sport fish boat. You've got really nice wood here, just kind of a classy accent that you don't typically see. As we move forward to the front, we've got more fishing rod holders as well as cup holders, so you could put one or the other in there. And then we've got our front bow area with two seats. You could fit 2 to 4 people up here, and then you've got a larger seat there where you could fit 2 people right at the front of the boat. So both of these seats you can easily lay your legs down in and have plenty of room. And then you've got this bench sheet here where you could fit 2 or 3 people, and then a cooler fish box, which I really like in the front. And if we open this up, we're going to have a windlass under here. So you've got all your ankle chain and stowage, and then a couple more cup holder slash rod holders. Nice that they use them for both at the same time, so you're getting dual functionality. You can put a rod in there or you can put a drink in there, either one. And as you see, we've got some rails, which are always nice to be able to hold on to as you move around the boat. Now, if we look down here, we have our head, and this does have a small little space. Maybe you could put your legs up in there with a cushion and lay down, but it is very tight, more just a head, but it does have a nice mirror, which is really nice, and there is plenty of space to do whatever you need to do. Now, one thing that's really cool about this helm is that you've got this glass that you can slide up or down. So in bad weather, you're going to be able to slide this up and keep all that spray and waves out of you, even though this boat is going to ride pretty dry. But when you want to get that sea breeze, you can put that down, which is really nice. So I like that functionality to be able to have that up or down. And on a nice day, you can get a nice breeze, which sometimes when you've got a fully enclosed cockpit on a really hot day, you're not getting the amount of breeze that you want. But being able to put that down is a game changer in terms of just comfort and enjoying a day out on the water. So as we go back here, you can see the stern of the boat. This one is outfitted with twin Mercuries. The total horsepower rating on this particular boat is 900 horsepower. And this is truly outfitted for fishing. It's got a 306 gallon capacity. It weighs 12,320 pounds, has a 25 degree dead rise, 24-inch draft. You've got a 10-foot 8 beam, and this is 35 feet long approximately with the engines, hence the name 335cc. The slogan on the website for this particular boat is integrating fishable function with elegant extras, and I would agree with that. It does have those extra seats, and you really can fit a lot of people on here with all of that seating. It feels like a bigger boat than it is because of that seating and the layout, but it is mainly a fishing boat. Now, a couple other things that you may not know about Everglades boats, and we've got another review of the one size larger Everglades boat, which I believe is a 38, it might be a 37. You're going to have to take a look at that review down below. But Everglades boats makes the claim that they are unsinkable, and how they do that is they custom fit foam to the hull and then they press in a liner. So you've got all that foam flotation in the hull, but that foam also dampens the ride so that you're going to get a smoother ride. And so what you've got is a hull, you've got the foam, then you've got the liner, and then you've got essentially the deck. So this is a very structural sound boat, and Everglades does back this boat with a lifetime hull warranty, which is pretty wild. And then it does have a deep V hull. They call it a deep V variable hull. So as more of the hull is in the water, that deep V is even deeper, which means that you get kind of more like push up or more flotation from the hull the larger the wave that this goes into. It doesn't have any wood in the construction of the hull or deck, so this is a fiberglass and composite boat. And what that means is that you're not going to have any wood that rots out inside the deck or the stringers, which is something that can happen on older boats or boats that have been in saltwater or freshwater a long time that have water constantly sitting on them. And this is a self-bailing cockpit as well. Now, something else is that's interesting I find about these boats is that they use a aluminum framework for the metal, like the rails as well as the T-top, and then they powder coat that. So with salt water, when you use steel, you're going to have corrosion. With aluminum, that does not corrode the same way that steel does. So powder coating it, that's going to keep a lot of that corrosion or degradation of the metal from happening because aluminum does oxidize differently than steel, so it doesn't necessarily rust, which is a nice feature, as well as aluminum does cut down on weight on the boat so that you're going to have a nicer riding boat. Overall, there's a lot of neat features in this, and I do think that it is integrating fishable function with elegant extras like the additional seats and the nav station that you've got at the helm. So thank you for watching this review of the Everglades 335cc, which we've got right here. And please take a look at that video on the other Everglades boat that is one size up from this, and you can see a tour of that and some of the features on that boat. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.